Hello, students. Welcome to the new session that is security services and mechanisms. See, there are many differences between the goals, principles, services, and mechanisms. See, goals are to be achieved, right? Principles are which a security analyst can be concentrated on. Services are the things which a security analyst can provide to a software or to an application, right? Now, let us start moving to the session. Mechanisms are the things which we are going to apply to reach all the goals by giving some services. Let's go with the outline first. See, services, security services, mechanisms, and relationship between these services and mechanisms are the things which we are going to discuss today. See, coming to the services, there are the things which we are going to provide to a system. So we are going to provide to an application, which we are going to provide. So which we are going to provide to safeguard our data, communications, and everything. We are going to provide some services. So those are the services which we are listed here: data confidentiality, data integrity, authentication, non-repetition, access control. See, data confidentiality, already we discussed a lot about confidentiality. We are providing privacy to our data in which intended users can only see, that is sender and receiver only. If any intruders or adversary comes in between, they can't see the data, they can't view the data. If the content revealed to them also, the data will be in some other format. So how that is happening will be done with respect to the mechanism, right? Data integrity. See, data integrity is nothing but when we are sending a message from sender to receiver, the data should not be manipulated, should not be changed in between, right? So when we are applying this data integrity with us, then no one else, no intruder can change your data. So if they try to attempt also, that will be fail if we provide our service properly, right? Authentication. See, authentication is a thing when sender and receiver will be communicating with each other with the secret codes. Authentication is nothing but sender will send a secret code to the receiver will acknowledge it, and receiver will also send a secret code to the sender, and sender will acknowledge, then the communication will start. Okay, so that origin of the communication begins with the authentication. Then non-repetition is nothing but we said that this data is sent by so and so person, but that person is denying that I'm not the person who sent this message. Okay, so this will be a legal issue later. So for this purpose, what are the services which we are going to provide are proof of origin and proof of delivery. So to whom we are sending should be proper, from where we are receiving this should be very proper, and that should be recorded, right? Access control. See, access control is the user end side. See, I am the sender, so I will be having my own credentials to start with the communication. So this will be simply like a PIN number or the passcode. See, this kind of things. Okay, authentication is a thing where the sender and receiver are communicating with each other to identify to whom I am communicating is the authorized person. In the similar way, vice versa. Right? So these are the services which should be built very strong for any software which we are going to provide as a security analyst, right? Now, security mechanisms. See, mechanisms are n number of things. See, encipherment. So encipherment is nothing but as we are about to reach confidentiality, we should maintain our data to be in unreadable mode to the intruder. So for that, we are applying several standard algorithms to reach with the confidentiality. Encipherment is nothing but converting plain text into the ciphertext with some secret codes and all algorithms. Next one is data integrity. As already we discussed, so for data integrity, we are specifying that hash codes should be provided. If the name NGIT is having one hash code, At the receiver also, that hash code should match. Then only I can say whatever the data AGIT sender sent and receiver received is same. Digital signature will be with non-repeatization, where when a sender is sending one message, the data will be signed with that user and then digitally it will be sent. I mean, digitally signed data. So the data which receiver received, he says that this is sent by sender and sender is denying, right? So when sender is denying that, the data will be signed with the sender content. So he will be blocked there and we can say them that this is a person like who you are the person who sent this message because you are, this data is digitally signed by you. Okay. Now, authentication exchange. So as just authentication service control we said, so we secret code matters a lot here. So content, sender and receiver acknowledgements matters. Next is traffic padding. So traffic padding is the thing which which security provider will be wantedly keeping some unwanted data in between the original content. Where any intruder takes our data also, this unwanted data will be given to the intruder. See, this is wantedly we are trapping him. Okay, routing control. So routing control is under the traffic analysis. So in the traffic analysis communication channel, we should be very strongly provided with all the shields of security. I mean, we should have transport layer security, all these kinds we are going to provide over there. Notarization. See, notarization is nothing but we will be providing with the proper registrations, like to whom we are sending, to where the data is moving. Like that, we should be very strong enough to have all the data registered at one point. Access control, as we just discussed in the previous services content, is nothing but a user, his own credentials to enter, to start with his communication will be the access control, right? Now, at last, the relationship between these two, security service and mechanisms, are given properly here. See, if we are discussing about confidentiality, we should have encipherment and routing control, where our channel itself will be enciphered. Okay. Traffic layers, like transport layer security, we said just before. So we have to provide the a refer to the total communication channel. Integrity is nothing but digital signature and encryption at the same time. Authentication, we are providing digital signature also. Non-repeatization, we are giving with notarization, proper registrations and all. So no other person will say that this is the data sent by me or no, will be declared properly if we have proper registrations and all to the data. Access control, as we just discussed, this is an interactive proof like PIN, passcode and all. So all the mechanisms should be very properly designed with respect to the services. Then only we can reach the goals, right? So if you have any queries, just feel free to contact through the channel or as personally. Thank you.